Welcome to Toonium, new element in animation. I am Shin the Hero. And today we are talking about episode 3 of Trigun Stampede. That's what we're talking about. Episode 3. And it is a doozy. It went in. It did go in. But before we get into that, there will be spoilers and everything like that. But before we get into that, we got to ask, drop a subscribe. Just like 90% of the people who watch our videos aren't subscribed, you can change that. If you don't want to subscribe, that's fine. That's cool. But it really would help us. It help us a lot. Help us grow and everything like that. So please subscribe. Now, let me introduce my boy, Flores Bloom. And there will be spoilers in this, but we are just going to get our initial thoughts of episode 3. What was the title of episode 3, Noah?
Bright light shine through the darkness.
Yeah, that's a pretty dope thing. It was a heavy episode.
Yeah, well,
very,
I told you it was good.
So what was your initial thoughts, Noah?
My initial thoughts. As soon as the episode started, you heard the music. It started off right after episode 2. I mean, like right after. It was intense from start to finish. Great episode. The music made the episode 1,000 times better. I don't know who they're paying to produce the music, but it's amazing. The whole episode, the animation, I couldn't stop watching it. I forgot to take notes. I had to watch it twice because I forgot to take notes. I was so into it. I was like, oh my God. This is amazing. Amazing. I just couldn't believe it. It was great.
All right. I do feel your sentiments. I don't know about amazing though. It was a pretty good episode.
Come on, it wasn't amazing.
It wasn't amazing. It wasn't the best thing since sliced bread or anything like that.
I mean, what's the best thing since sliced bread?
I mean, there's a lot of best things since sliced bread. I mean, like breathing and.
It's overrated. The air's polluted.
Anyway, it was a pretty good episode. It did. I got more questions than answers, and then we got 2 new characters. I don't think they're in the original series. And then, spoiler alert, Knife shows up sporting different powers. I do not think he had those powers in the original series. He had different abilities and stuff. And but like the action was good. You saw everything. There was stuff that was going on with Vash, and it seemed Vash is still the no-kill type of person, but there was a time when there's something that happens where Vash is like, I'll kill you. Like it wasn't a hesitation on this. Like, so like, I don't know if we're getting that old Vash like we are. This is a different type of Vash in this. So
see, I'll say I think he's the still Vash we know and love, but I think it's just, if he really needs to, like there's no other option, he will do it. I think. That's just me though. We have seen later episodes.
And there's so much devastation that happens at the end of this episode. It is a lot happening. But we're going to jump into spoilers real quick because we can't really talk about this without spoilers. What was you going to say, Noah?
Well, first, we was wrong. At the end of episode 2, we said the son's not dead. He's still alive. That was wrong.
I said he's not going to be dead. And I hope he's not dead.
Oh, he's gone.
He's not dead.
Where is he at?
You saw him at the end of we're in spoilers now. You saw him at the end of the episode. Like everybody
really?
was bandaged up. Yeah, that big dude that's all in the bandage. You saw him bandaged. You saw the dad bandaged up too and everything too. The son's still alive.
I missed that part.
Somewhat still alive. But yeah, the son is still alive. So, and towards the end, like that man Vash, she was like, how can you after everything that happened, how can you still walk away with a smile? That man Vash was like, I don't deserve to cry. And Kelbo, I was like, dang, that was cold.
It was so,
man was like, I don't deserve to cry.
So we know why he's called Million Knives now. As you saw, they gave his name an actual meaning.
People, my man Knives is Dr. Octopus. He walked up like Dr. Octopus. He has like telekinetic powers, and he controls all these knives, and it was wild, man. It was wild. He was talking about this thing called gate, because when Vash shows up, first off, my man was playing that piano.
Yo, it was so dope, wasn't it?
And Vash was like, run. Everybody run when he heard that piano.
It's like, man, what an intro. What an intro to the bad villain, the bad guy. He's not even doing nothing to them yet.
He came in so early, though. They introduced him so early.
So early,
because in the old one, it was really late before we even, like, we got name drops here and there, but, like, we didn't see him as fast as we did here. And here, we see him just like that, and it's like he's a totally different type of character, man.
100%. 100%. I was shocked. I was like, yo, he's really here?
Now, I think the bomber guy, which we should have said something about this last week. I know Nebraska and his son are actually from the original one.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they are from the original one. And I think the bomber guy is also he just got redid. He is from the this new one too. But like his whole deal, it felt like he shouldn't even been in the episode. This should have just been straight up Knives. It just should have been straight up Knives thing. But like his whole deal, like he was one of the followers of Knives because there was another. It's just like in the original series. I forget what the dude's name is, but he's another guy who follows Knives, and then Knives just murked that man.
Him, yeah. It was one of the greatest intros for a villain ever. That man literally came there and dropped everybody. He cut the mountain in half. Dog, like, cause you know the old anime.
He didn't even cut it in half, though, man. He cut it in pieces, dog.
You're right, pieces, dog.
He destroyed that town.
Dog, in the old anime, he was just called Million Knives. We didn't know why. He was like, that's just his name. But now the name makes sense. He has a million. I don't know how they're gonna beat him.
The way, because you see like these tattoos and stuff on his legs and everything. His little cloak thing turns into the knives, and then when he touched that gun, apparently he knows about the gun too that Vash is using. When he touched that gun, he did something to it.
Oh, yeah.
And it was all smoky and whatnot. And then like the moment he did that, he sent Vash into like his little kid days, and he was like dazed for a second, and he couldn't do anything. And then when he came back, he was like, Knives, and he said like, you can't even control, you don't even know how to use your gate yet. So I'm assuming the gate thing that I'm assuming they're gonna have other powers than just the robot arm thing. That Vash did.
Did you remember the part when like Knives was in like the smoke?
Yeah.
And it showed him like something. It showed him, and then like his shadow was like bigger than him or something.
That was just
his cloak.
Yeah, that was his cloak going around him and everything like that.
I thought it was his cloak, but I just wanted to bring it up to make sure because I was like, maybe that's something else.
Yeah, I like my boy Nebraska was like, he tried to shoot that rocket launcher at the bomb dude. He was like, you killed my son. You're gonna die.
Yeah, man.
And then he shot my man Knives, and Knives just kept on walking. And then they did it like a horror film, like it was all in that smoke and debris and everything.
Yeah.
And then my man was pulling out a gun and was just like, and Knives showed up behind him like a horror villain or something like that, man. And cut that man's arm off. Like he was clean taking arms off, man.
My man showed up sweeping people, man. Like straight sweeping people. I don't know how they're gonna win. I really don't. Vash power's gotta be amazing. Because he has a million knives. See what I did there?
And then we get two new characters. We get a little girl who kind of looks like Vash and Knives when they were younger. And then Knives says, "Oh, doctor, you're here." So, like, I guess they're with Knives for some reason. And they took the plants, which I figured, like, we also said something about this last week. Like, we figured the plants had to do something with Knives. And Knives was like, he's like, technically, they're not just my plants, they're ours.
Our plant, yeah. Which maybe when the ship failed, like the ship had plants in it, you know, when Knives crashed the ship, and maybe they spread it throughout the area.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. We will see.
It is great. It is great. This was a very good episode. I mean, you got a lot of stuff. You got suspense, terror, action. My man Vash felt very helpless in this, man. Like he was going up against his older brother.
He did.
Was Knives always the older brother? I thought Vash was the older brother.
I used to thought they were twins.
They are twins.
I thought they were twins.
They are twins, but you
know.
Oh,
but like, yeah, I don't know who's the older one. I never knew. I can't tell you. I have no idea.
But yeah, like it was a good episode. This was a five bullets episode. No question. No question.
Them introduction, you know, when Knives came, you know, it reminded me of. You remember the old Final Fantasy VII when Sephiroth showed up in that town?
Oh,
and just murdered everybody.
Yeah.
Just murdered everybody just to get to his mother.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
When Knives showed up,
that's what I got.
Take back the
gave me Sephiroth. Yeah, because he was unstoppable. They was not stopping him.
I really thought they was gonna kill the barmaid chick. I really thought the bartender chick was gonna die. Cause how those two nobodies died, and the way he kept, I was like, is Knives Dr. Octopus? Like I was like, what is going on here? But he looked so scared. Cause for a second there, once his cloak went off, you saw part of his body. He looked so skinny, like super skinny, like almost like bones and stuff like that. So like, I don't know if that's part of his little alien body or he ain't eating or whatever it is for power or whatnot. But like, and then that man Vash shot. That man Knives blocked it, and he was like, "You shoot your own brother for them?"
Knives blocked it. I thought that was like a warning shot. I didn't see Knives.
Well, the first time he shot, it was a warning shot, and it hit one of his knives, and it dented.
Knives, yeah.
It dented, and then he tries to shoot him again, and he just started blocking him and everything like that. That's when he turned. That's when Knives turns like, "You shoot your own brother for them?"
But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5 bullets too, though. Great episode, man.
It was.
I told you it was amazing. I was like, yo, this shit is amazing.
It was a great episode. I still hold the first episode way higher because the first episode it started with a bang and everything like that. But this third episode, it went hard, man. It went hard. Like this should be number one. This Trigun Stampede should be like number one in the charts for anime this season, for the winter season. It's not, but it should. It should be topping number one every time because it is a great. This is great. It's these first 2 episodes are great for at least for a Trigun. I would say, don't worry about the whole animation or anything like that. If you're on the fence about the animation, just watch the show. Give it a chance. You will see the difference and everything like that. I would think you'll fall in love with it. That's how I feel. That's 100% how I feel. If you like the old one, you like this one because they're changing a lot. It's changed a lot. It's basically like Brotherhood. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, people. That's how it is. Anything else you want to say before we close it out? No. Nope. All right, I got you. As we always say, thank you for joining us. If you made it to the end of the video, we appreciate that. You have a good, wonderful rest of the day, rest of the evening, afternoon, whenever it is you're checking this out. We will see y'all next week for episode 4. And please, like, comment, subscribe, all that other YouTube stuff. Tell us what you like about this episode. Tell us your favorite on point. Is Knives the best anime villain of 2023 winter season? Is he? That'll be the question you can answer down in the comments down below.